What about lightning? That's another discussion, but I like that. I will say this, sometimes autonomously when my instrument is on and I have it on what I would call really a high expression and I'm giving off a great deal of scalar energy, I will see small lightning bolts on my instrument. Autonomously, they're produced. I've always thought, and I think we'll make this one of our topics on a Thursday night, I believe lightning is in and of itself a scalar energy manifestation. And why do I say that? Because lightning, when it's actually produced initially, it's such a surge of energy that I don't see how electricity could do it, because electricity experiences a entropy. With any type of electrical current, you always have a surge of electrons, which quickly will be reduced when it's created in the air, for that matter, which is essentially a dielectric. So what am I getting at? I believe every lightning strike initiates its scalar energy because it does not experience entropy. It doesn't weaken down initially. Now, why do I say that? Well, for various reasons. Many people who have been struck by lightning, they're not killed. They're not phased. They might be knocked off their feet, but they don't have burn marks. Or if they do, they have very few burn marks. Now, I've observed this about scalar energy, and I'll use the example of a lightning strike. In its very initial state, lightning is pure scalar energy. Lightning initiates as scalar energy, and then that scalar energy will start to degrade into electricity. Now, some people who are struck by lightning survive, and some people who've been struck by lightning have been shown to have a clairvoyant gift. Some people have been cured of cancer. Some people say that this has raised their awareness or given them a greater skill of mental acuity or some sense of creativity. Well, why am I getting it? What am I getting at? Well, scalar energy is an intelligent energy. And that intelligence coming into your body has been shown to correct mutations. There are some people who've been struck by lightning and they've been cured of cancer. So if you're fortunate enough to be struck by lightning, it could correct the cellular mutations in your body, because that download of scalar energy is corrective energy that, in my case, I believe it will correct a mutation. So if you look at the phenomenon of lightning, many people are struck by lightning and they're not killed. And some of them only suffer minor burn marks. Why? Because that scalar energy component, the lightning was still in its scalar energy form. As opposed to some people are struck by lightning and they're practically vaporized on the spot, because the lightning has already transitioned. It's already degraded into electromagnetic energy. So if you get struck by a lightning bolt that's still in its scalar form, you're not going to die. You're just going to have this surge of intelligence run through you. But if you get struck by a lightning bolt that is already converted from scalar into electricity, you will be electrocuted. And it's been reported that some people have essentially been vaporized by some lightning strikes because it could reach a potential of, say, 500,000 degrees in a short period of time. We've seen that in the forest, some trees that are struck by lightning, those trees explode. They explode. So that's always been a very incredible discussion. I will go on record by saying what I've observed from the writings. I have Nikola Tesla's 1899 textbook from his Colorado Springs experiment. And Tesla goes on record by saying he created lightning. How did he create lightning? Tesla created lightning from his Colorado Springs laboratory with a scalar energy instrument. So Tesla was the first person, in my estimation, to produce a scalar energy lightning bolt, an artificial scalar energy lightning bolt. Now, what does all this mean to us? Imagine if we can harness scalar energy, we can create lightning bolts, and we could create enough of a force field to power any city in the world. This is one of Tesla's dreams. There is ambient energy. He called it radiant energy. And if we can control lightning, then we can power everything. We don't have to drill for oil anymore. So if we went back to what Tesla achieved in Colorado Springs and how Tesla was able to create lightning bolts and do it very efficiently, if we were to harness those lightning bolts, we could power the world.